Hey guys, Luke Q-Star here. Welcome back to my video series. As you know from my last video, my challenge to myself and the world is to see how difficult and how I can make myself from nothing in terms of music producing to achieve as much as I can in the shortest period of time. And for these past couple weeks, it was very exciting. I was buying gear, and that's what I'm going to share about with you in this video. It was exciting. It was also mind-boggling how much information is out there on forums, blogs, and the web about the gear that you need for a home studio. Let's not forget we're talking about a home studio, one-man show. I'm not going to have a bunch of musicians coming to my studio record their vocals or guitars or drums. Now that might be your case, and I might recommend some gear for that, but for me, you're mostly going to see what I bought because this is what I need, and I think majority of people starting out will need similar gear, and let's not overcomplicate things because they will get expensive. I had no idea things are so expensive. My budget doubled based on, I wanted to spend maybe $2,000, but it doubled based on all the gadgets I got that I need them. So I'm going to go through them. I'll show you what exactly I needed, the minimum amount of gear to set up a decent home studio, and I'm really excited about it because they're gadgets and we love gadgets. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with giving you an idea about the minimum setup for a home studio. The problem when you research this information is there's too much information out there. Some of it is outdated. There's people bickering about specs on one mic or speakers against the other speakers, and it's really just like deciding between a BMW or a Mercedes. You're still going to end up having a good car. They both have problems. They're both meant to do something else. Some people love one, some people love the other, and it really came down to that when it came to maybe microphones. But we'll get into that. So try to research your purchasing decisions, but don't get into the details in terms of specs and decibels and all that stuff that I really didn't even look at. What I based my decisions on was, do people use it? How many people use it? Do they like it? Does the gear break down? Is it reliable? And of course, if you can, I really suggest, especially with the keyboards or the MIDI controllers, go into the store, try the keys, play with them, see how it feels. So it's going to come down to whether other people use it. Do they have problems with it? Do they recommend it? And I have to be honest, when I went to the store, I kind of had my mind set. I finally did my research. I'm like, you know what, I'm finally in the loop. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to the store and I'm going to purchase these things. And of course, I talked to some pros in the store, and thank God, if you go purchase these things, unless you do it online, if you go to the store, talk to some technicians that are in the store that know the gear. Yes, they're salespeople, but some of them are musicians. They know the gear, they use it, they play with it. And I was fortunate enough to have a guy in the store that said, listen, your stuff that you picked is good. The problem with it is going to be you're going to outgrow it within a year, and you're going to spend more money on it. And that was especially when it came to speakers, but I'll get to that when we talk about speakers. But those are the things I went by, recommendations. Do people love it? Do people use it? Do people hate it? Are there problems with it? And I made a decision. Do not make a huge deal out of purchasing this gear. Do not spend 6 months, for God's sake, trying to decide on whether you're going to buy this mic or that mic. You got to start making music. I got to start making music. I got a short deadline. This summer I want to have a couple hits out there. I already started the music. It wasn't just purchasing gear 2 weeks. I actually had it down within a couple days. I researched everything within 2-3 days, went to buy the stuff, ordered stuff online that wasn't available. I was done within a week. Next couple weeks I was actually already producing music and getting used to the software. Let's crank things out. So let's get started.